I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. And very nice guy named Brock, and I apologize for the wait, Brock. He sent me a generous PayPal donation to watch and review 5 Rob Zombie films. And thank you so much for that. If anyone's ever interested in sending me requests via PayPal, or whether it be part of my Patreon to do so, feel free to be reviews or re-reviews, commentaries, movie topics, what have you. I'll do my best to get them out as soon as I can. Really trying to do that. But of the 5 movies, start with House of a Thousand Corpses. Rob Zombie's first fucking movie. I don't know if I'm going to be that harsh on this movie because I know there's way worse. I mean, there's the Halloween films, which thankfully I don't have to do them again. I've already have reviews of those on the channel when I reviewed all the Halloween films. But I despise Rob Zombie's Halloween films. And I liked Rob Zombie's music. That's the thing. I liked it when it was White Zombie. Sounds like More Human Than Human. I liked Meet the Creeper, Dracula, Super Beast. I liked his songs. But his movies have good cinematography. For a good chunk of them, good cinematography. And the reason I'm stuttering is because the worst part of his movies is the writing. The worst part of his movies is the writing. He cannot write. He cannot write a likable character to save his life. I don't know if there's one fucking character in any of the movies he's directed that is likable. The closest is Brad Dourif in his Halloween films. Because it's Brad Dourif, but it's like the closest. But in a movie like this, I remember seeing this in the theater. Yes, I saw this in the theater back around 2003. I know at first it was going to go with Universal, but then Universal got cold feet, and then I think it went to MGM, but then Rob Zombie said, oh, I guess they don't have any morals, like saying as a joke, but stupidly said it, so then they like, fuck you, Rob. And then Lionsgate, which released not all of his movies, well, not all, because Halloween, but most of his movies, and he's done worse. I just say that on a cinematography level, lighting, certain images, the way it's directed, he's definitely trying with pizzazz and style, mixing of this old footage. Certain ways scenes are lit. For example, when Captain Spaulding, played by Sid Haig, may he rest in peace, he's given his first tour of the movie to these 4 characters in his Museum of Monsters and Mayhem. Again, there's some good lighting in there. In the third act, when it goes bonkers, there's some nice makeup effects of Dr. Satan, the way he looks, or this other, I forget the character's name, but this weird mask type of creature person. I don't know what the hell he was called. And the actors, well, Sid Haig and Bill Moseley, for what they're given, for what they're told to do, they did a good job. Again, for what they're told to do, for what dialogue they're given. Funny enough, Sid Haig, his scenes were the most interesting to me. You know, that his commercial that they show, he's talking to Michael J. Pollard, character actor who was in Split Second, I Come in Peace, Scrooged, among others. And then these two guys come and try to rob the place, and him and others stop them. And Sid Haig is trying. Bill Moseley, you just say, kind of doing his chopped top character yet again. Maybe not as, hey, how's it going? Like, maybe not that. I don't know how you would describe it. It's not exactly Chop Top, but I guess if Chop Top grew up and was a teeny bit more matured, it would be this character. Sheri Moon Zombie, believe me, of these 5 films, this, Devil's Rejects, 3 from Hell, Lords of Salem, 31, you don't hear me say this a lot. Sheri Moon Zombie sucks dick. In fact, probably sucked Rob Zombie's dick to get these jobs, because she's married to Rob Zombie, and he has to keep casting her in these fucking movies. Because it's like, hey Rob, I need you want some poontang? Tough, unless you cast me in your fucking movies. And she can't act. She's irritating. She's annoying as this baby doll character. I don't find her scary. I don't find her threatening. She's annoying. She's irritating. She's nails on a goddamn chalkboard. If you had a propeller still whirling up your fucking ass. Oh God, she was the most irritating part of this fucking movie. Oh, the rabbit's in the garden. Shut the fuck up. Did you just put Zombie's dick back in your mouth? You shut the fuck up. Because she's a woman? No, because she sucks dick. With a capital dick. I don't like Sheri Moon Zombie as a character. She's an actress. No, she pretty much plays... In order to be an actress, you would have to act. She can't act for shit. That's my problem. I don't know her personally. I have no issues with her personally. I have issues with her being a shitty actress, getting jobs. And you realize, has anyone else ever hired Sheri Moon Zombie except a bit role she had in the Toolbox Murders remake by Tobe Hooper? Has she been in anything else other than Rob Zombie stuff? Not really. I wonder fucking why. Right. It also doesn't help that your 4 main characters who are going cross country, and you don't give a fuck about these 4. They take the Museum Monsters Mayhem tour. They hear the stories of Dr. Satan and other stuff. They want to go see the tree that Dr. Satan or whoever was hanged. Sid Haig tells them, shows them a map. They get there. They pick up baby doll Sheri Moon Zombie, who's a hitchhiker. Go back to her place. Karen Black plays the mother. They're having dinner. All this other crazy shit. And you would think of all the crazy shit they would see. Bill Moseley being scary motherfucker Bill Moseley. The crazy weird mother Firefly played by Karen Black. There's like a little jar with like a fetus in it that they're kissing. And yet these 4 people are so stupid that because Sheri Moon flirted with Rainn Wilson, yes, before the TV show The Office, he was in The Maid, he was in other stuff. He's one of the 4 guys here. He's a nerdy guy who's in this sci-fi. She's flirting with him, and this girl pushes Sheri Moon Zombie, and I'm like, after all the shit you're seeing, You're really going this, so you have no common sense. Common sense is not in your dictionary, it's not in your vocabulary, it's not in your fucking wheelhouse, apparently. The thing between your ears should not just be empty space, should be something called a brain, and in that brain, something called common sense is not against the law, it's not against the morality to have that enter through your fucking ear hole. Sorry, now I'm starting to sound like the fucking dialogue in this movie. Even the beginning, like, I like Sid Haig, but when he's talking with Major J. Pollard, literally the dialogue in the first 10 minutes is, you know what's his favorite? And that's to whack in his weasel. He took his pencils to his eyeball, and oh, that guy, he stuck a Planet of the Apes doll up his asshole. And he had Dr. Zaya stuck up his ass. I'm like, you shove this up your ass. God damn, get someone to write your fucking movies, at least Rob Zombie. If you want to direct, get someone to write your movie. God damn it, man. Fuck's sake. Cinematography wise, the way your film is trying to be stylish with certain ways of showcasing footage, and oh, here's this old footage mixed just I could be fine with that. Stylish, it's your first movie out, you want to try and impress some people, this is what I can do, not just static shots of people talking. I get that. Honestly, with this movie, I don't have any problems on the visual aesthetic of it. Some people may feel it's too busy work, too being obvious in its style. I'm fine with that. But the four characters are either stupid or unlikable, Sally, or you just don't give a fuck about them. So when, of course, they get grabbed and they're getting knocked off, you don't care. Rainn Wilson just turned to the sculpture who's part fish. One girl, the other three, they put on these rabbit suits on. Sheri Moon zombie, who is so irritating in this fucking movie, man. Go to the garden, drive out the rabbits. Have you seen the rabbits, George? Have you seen the rabbits? It's not a rabbit I'm pulling on my hat. It's a fucking eardrums. Where are they from? From getting ripped the fuck out after hearing your fucking bullshit. Whether it be the shitty dialogue or her annoying, irritating fucking laugh and performance that just... I hated her performance in this. And in pretty much all these Rob Zombie movies. Because she's not a good actress. These three cops, one of them is Tom Tolles, who I remember from the Night of the Living Dead remake up here. The other guy is Walter Goggins. He was in Predators. He was in other movies, some Tarantino flicks. He was the convict in Predators with Adrian Brody. Those two and another guy, they get killed pretty quickly by this gang of killers. I understand you want to make a movie that's centered on the villains. Movies have done that. Technically Reservoir Dogs. Technically Pulp Fiction. If you look at Pulp Fiction, not a lot of those characters are, quote, good people. Even Bruce Willis, he killed a guy in the ring. Ving Rhames, he's a boss of crime. Sam Jackson, John Travolta are two hitmen. But there's enough moments of either getting to know the characters, showing at least a semblance of some kind of humanity, whether it be Bruce Willis with his girl, or going back to save Ving Rhames, even though he shouldn't, but he does. Or Travolta and Sam's friendship, or Sam Jackson letting these two robbers at this cafe go because he wants to walk the earth. See, but Tarantino is a better writer. That's the difference. Tarantino is a better writer. Rob Zombie, I think he wants to be Quentin Tarantino, but he can't write. So instead, it's white trash, Fuck, shit in the fuck, dick, fuck, shit, fuck. And I honestly feel if it wasn't him getting cameos from people back in the day, Devil's Rejects, you get Ken Foray, who would also be in Lords of Salem. You'd have Michael J. Pollard in this movie. Next movie, you don't have Michael Berryman and Diamond Dallas Page and Danny Trejo. Some movies he has made Foster. If it wasn't for that and some of his cinematography, I don't think people would give a fuck about any of his movies. Maybe that's just me. And I daren't... Rob Zombie may not admit this, but I fucking bet he wanted to steal the ending from Chainsaw Massacre 2. Because the third act of this film, you know how Caroline Williams' stretch is going through that weird underground craziness of Chainsaw 2? That's the fucking ending of this movie. Granted, I would say he had Rob Zombie, I don't know if I say bigger budget, but because it's so many years difference, more tools to use, technological level of tools. So hey, we got the Dr. Satan who looks cool and this other, I'm sure if he did interviews, he'd probably say it's his take on Alice in Wonderland or some other bullshit. I'm like, no, you're just taking the fucking ending of Chainsaw Massacre 2. I mean, you got Bill Moseley, so obviously he's probably a fan of Chainsaw 2. And even the ending, like, I mean, the third act is pretty much this girl that I don't know much of anything about, so why should I give a shit about? I know you could say, well, what about the original Texas Chain Saw Massacre? It's not like the original the characters in the original Chainsaw Massacre are really in-depth, three-dimensional characters. I understand that. But other than Franklin in the wheelchair being whiny, the others just seem like normal people. While these just seem, for the most part, assholes or just dead air. If they're not assholes, they were just dead air, and I don't know, just... Maybe if you can use that and you can deal with superficial one-dimensional characters, if the rest of the movie, whether it be the dialogue, whether it be the writing, whether it be maybe just different depending on the movie. Like the original Chainsaw Massacre, I don't really have many problems with it, so I could deal with, okay, the characters are not that defined. But here, with the writing is my problem with it. The writing. And even the ending is... Fuck. Sally didn't really do anything at the end of Chainsaw Massacre 1, and it still felt like she did more than the characters in this movie. Because she just pretty much wanders around. This guy tries to kill her. She dodges out of the way. This stuff just falls on the one guy with all the gear on. Then she walks out. Sid Haig picks her up. I'm like, well, he's obviously working with the bad guys. And then there's Bill Moseley. Looks like he's going to kill her. And then it cuts, and then she's, I guess, back there tied up. And then the end. I guess Rob Zombie going, nope, it's a downbeat ending. Fuck you. I'm guessing that's what he meant for the ending. Nope, no one gets away. Fuck you. Okay. Fuck you too. Fuck you too, buddy. The character didn't do anything. It was not even really much of a fight or a battle or just... Even the first Chainsaw Massacre, the fucking random truck driver, at least threw something at Leatherface's head and... after running over the hitchhiker. But I did. I mean, that's not the movie Rob Zombie wanted to make. But Sid Haig and Bill Moseley, I can appreciate their performances. I can appreciate the look and cinematography, the feel of the film on a aesthetic visual level. that was enough to not make me hate it as much as, say, 31 or Lords of Salem or his Halloween movies. But I honestly, the last time I saw this film is probably since it came out on DVD, where I wanted to revisit because I didn't remember much about it. I'm like, okay, was this good, bad? Nope. I mean, then I never really saw it again, so I guess that shows how much I love the movie. There's way worse, granted, but it kind of got me on the shiny tees visual aesthetic, but for characters or dialogue or any of that sort, no, not really. And that's one of my issues with Rob Zombie, is his scripts. And he abuses the fucking curses. And believe me, it gets worse. Remember the joke in The Hitman's Bodyguard when Ryan Reynolds says, he abused the word motherfucker? And he was talking about Sam Jackson's character. Someone could say that with Rob Zombie. He abused the art of cursing. And you'll hear about more of that in later. I'll try to upload these reviews today for Brock, but you hear more about that in a bit. Anyway, see you guys later. Take care. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.